Disney hasn't revealed much of what Ahsoka did in between Star Wars Rebels and her series, leading to a massive gap where she accomplished nothing. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. Ahsoka's lack of activity in Star Wars for a long time can be explained by her decision to abandon Sabine, slowing down her missions and losing her purpose in the fight against evil. Ahsoka's guilt over Sabine's failed Jedi training caused her to pause and rethink her purpose in the galaxy, leading to a delay in her search for Thrawn. Luke Skywalker may have played a crucial role in inspiring Ahsoka to move forward, providing her with the encouragement and wisdom she needed to open herself up to training Sabine as a Jedi again. There's a huge time gap in Star Wars where Ahsoka Tano seemingly fell off the grid and didn't accomplish much. There's roughly a 10-year leap in Ahsoka's timeline that occurs between Star Wars Rebels and Ahsoka. During this time, Ahsoka only shows up in cameos in other shows, like The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett. As of right now, the franchise hasn't filled in much of what Ahsoka did after the Empire was defeated. Nevertheless, what little we know of Ahsoka's exploits during this time may explain why she was so inactive in Star Wars for so long. According to Star Wars Timelines by Kristen Baver, Jason Fry, Cole Horton, Amy Rishow, and Clayton Sandell, Ahsoka and Sabine Wren prematurely searched for Ezra Bridger in the unknown regions around 5 years after the end of Star Wars Rebels. Sometime during their journey together, Ahsoka chose to begin training Sabine as a Jedi. Exactly how long Ahsoka trained Sabine isn't clear. But in the same year, the Empire obliterated Sabine's family on Mandalore in the Night of 1,000 Tears. This eventually led to Sabine and Ahsoka splitting up, causing a gap in Ahsoka's timeline. Ahsoka's decision to abandon Sabine may have been the reason for the years of inactivity that followed. It took almost 4 years from her parting with Sabine for Ahsoka to begin searching for Grand Admiral Thrawn. In other words, Ahsoka evidently didn't do anything from 5 ABI to 9 ABI. Similarly to Luke with Ben Solo, Ahsoka saw the potential for darkness within Sabine and chose to cease her training. Though, unlike Luke, Ahsoka didn't try to murder her own Padawan. In any case, Huyang seems to think that Sabine's anger at the Empire for annihilating Clan Ren is the main reason Ahsoka stopped training her. Not only was Ahsoka afraid to move forward with Sabine, but she practically gave up the idea of training a Padawan entirely. During The Mandalorian, when she meets Din Djarin and Grogu in 9 ABI, Ahsoka refuses to train Grogu. Grogu's deep attachment to Din and his experience during Order 66 lead Ahsoka to make the same decision she did with Sabine. Rather than foster their power in the Force, she leaves them both without a guide. But without someone to train, Ahsoka loses her purpose and drive in her fight against evil. Ahsoka chose not to move forward with Sabine's training, but she also began to slow down with the rest of her missions. After letting Sabine go, Ahsoka took 4 years to begin looking for Thrawn. It's possible she spent this time researching and finding the connection between Thrawn and Morgan Elsbeth, but it seems like too much time passed where Ahsoka evidently made no progress in her mission. If anything, her guilt over how badly Sabine's Jedi training went caused her to slow down and rethink her purpose in the galaxy. Not only did Ahsoka take 4 years to start looking for Thrawn, but she also seemed to have paused her quest after catching Morgan Elsbeth in The Mandalorian Season 2. Ahsoka defeated Elsbeth in 9 ABI, and Ahsoka is assumed to take place around 1112 ABI. In other words, there's yet another big gap of time where Ahsoka seemingly didn't accomplish much. However, there could be one explanation for why Ahsoka suddenly began her quest for Thrawn in earnest at the beginning of Ahsoka.